Alright, we're going to find out just how many pools of blood I got here momentarily. But as usual, let's start off here with the IMDb plot. When the heavy storm hits, it wasn't a storm that a family should fear, but the people and non-human entities who are out for them. Those non-human entities, damn them. Alright, so Satan's Slaves Communion is the sequel to Satan's Slaves, and I guess I will start off by saying if you have not seen Satan's Slaves, you should start there. And I believe that is on Shudder as well as this one, so if you can put up with it and you're in for a feel of creepiness and you're brave enough, I would say sit down and watch both movies if you have not seen them. And watch them back to back and earn a gold star for that. A gold creepy star. That's basically the way both these movies are, and I guess the main thing here is a little bit of jump scare and definitely some drama, some creepiness, and a little bit of drama as well, as it's listed here as drama, horror, mystery. Mysterious as well, but I don't want to spoil either movie in case you haven't seen it, so I'll try to keep to the basics here. Part 2 is obviously newer to Shudder. I believe Part 1 is still on it. So basically the first one kind of has a family that's living out in the woods, and events unfold, and like I said, I keep it brief. Basically they get haunted because of these events, and there will be some that don't make it and some that do make it, and those who do make it obviously end up in this sequel. This sequel then takes place in somewhere different, so I guess the family here decides to take a different strategy, and it says, you know, we lived in the woods and we got haunted after certain events happened. Maybe if we live in a building, an apartment building and so forth, there'll be more people around and less chance of being haunted. Seems like a good theory, seems like a good idea. You know, we always argue in horror movies, you know, why, you know, certain people get haunted and why they don't move or try a different place and so forth, and they just don't. So this family does, and it seems to work, at least to start. But until it doesn't work. A storm comes, and I guess the ghosts take this opportunity. I guess the ghosts of the past take this opportunity to haunt them once again. So again, this family is going to have a fight for survival, and because they're there, maybe the ghosts are going to maybe traumatize some other people that are in the building as well. So yeah, your neighbors may bring ghosts with them, and you may fall victim to those ghosts as well. So yeah, basically you're going to get reintroduced to the family and so forth, and think that it's all good. Obviously they're a little bit still traumatized by the events of the first one, and they're going to be super traumatized again by the end of this one. This is done by Joko Anwar, as I butcher names constantly, and he obviously did the first one as well, and he's done some other really good movies that I definitely suggest you see, out of Indonesia, I believe, and he does really well with the creepy stuff and dark scenes and so forth. So if you're into that and that's the kind of horror you like, I definitely suggest you watch both of these movies and maybe search out another few titles of his, or titles that he's been involved with. And I believe some of them are on Shudder as well. But yeah, he really does a good job of it. There's a really good scene where I think it's a little, I don't remember, it's a little boy or a little girl is walking around. It's pretty dark. You know, I struggle sometimes with those dark scenes because I guess I watch them either on a much smaller screen than my TV, and sometimes it becomes almost impossible to see, or I'm just blind and old at this point, I don't know. But still, I kind of get what's going on there, and it's definitely creepy to watch. The scene that stands out to me in this movie is the elevator scene. I really enjoyed that. That was fun, suspenseful and crazy, and you know, there's amongst several other good scenes. like I said, keeping it dark, keeping it creepy, and really bringing the tension on as the movie kind of heads towards the back half, and kind of you see where everything is going. I think one of the things he does in his movies is usually they're longer movies. This one is an hour, almost just short of 2 hours. So, he takes his time, he builds to it, and then unleashes the fury on you, in the back half of the movie. And that's, again, I think if you watch Satan Slaves, you'll get that, and you'll get that here, and that's kind of how he does things, and it certainly works. Another really, I thought the beginning was pretty creepy, and you kind of see a scene where there's a bunch of bodies that are kind of mummified, if you want to say it, and so forth, and they're kind of in this room, and a policeman and a reporter are kind of in there having this discussion about it with all these bodies that are so-called there, and you'll find out more about that as the movie goes on, and the role that these two characters have and so forth. But I just thought, well, maybe not a lot happens in that scene, but just just seeing it and seeing the possibilities and just the creepiness of what the picture they're kind of painting there was pretty interesting way to kind of kick things off. And that's just another kind of sprinkle in there, another scene that I kind of liked. So I don't want to get into where it goes and spoil anything for you, but again, if you're into some creepiness, if you don't mind being in the dark and dark scenes, I think you'll enjoy this one. I don't remember if I reviewed Satan Slaves. I know I saw it at a festival, so I don't really know, if I liked, part 1 or part 2 better. I know, that kind of plays a role when thinking about not rating it. I don't know. I don't remember if I reviewed it or not. But definitely on a creep factor, this is probably definitely one of the creepier movies that I've seen this year. And with that, like I said, I'm a big fan. I enjoyed this movie. I'm going to give it 4 pools of blood. He might receive the benefits of me liking other work and getting maybe an extra pool of blood or half pool of blood there to the credit here. But I definitely enjoyed it, and definitely think that if you can do it, watch both of those movies back to back. I'm sure it'll be a long watch for you, but hopefully it will be worthwhile to watch for you. So with that, that's 4 pools of blood out of 5. And horrorsquarereviews.blogspot.com is where you can find more of my reviews, written and video. But if you're just interested in the video reviews, you can subscribe, do all those things or not that everybody wants you to do. Trying to add some more fun to the channel and some other things, so hopefully you can go around and explore. YouTube is becoming bigger and bigger and allowing you to do more things and different things. So trying to add some more stuff. So hopefully you guys check those things out as well. Twitter, Facebook information down below, so you can join me there and talk about horror, talk about this movie, other movies. If there's something you want me to review or add it to the comment section, let me know if you did actually sit through both movies back to back. I don't really have a prize for you, but like I said, you do deserve a gold creepy star if you do. And then share your thoughts about the movie and so forth. So with that, I will catch you on the next review, horror fans.